Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive. Establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers able to get him for a loss of about 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
To throw on 2nd down. Atkins going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Atkins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Atkins. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. On 4th down. Atkins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowman. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
That's complete. It's Okwuegbunam. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd down. Bowman. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive and help get him on the ground.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On 1st and 10, Bowman. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Bowman. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag round to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break up much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake. Atkins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off-play action. Atkins. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start the drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Atkins. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Noah Fant from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame. Myers connects on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first down, Bowman. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
back to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Let's go. Watch it. Sit. Ball red.
On 4th down, Bowman. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Bowman. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Eventually able to knock this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
This must take over special interception at their own 31-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
His back is a dependable safety valve. All game, so he went back to him, but his first read was correct. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw on third down, Bowman. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go with the option, coming right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, Bowman. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And cycle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders came to him there for a huge loss.
They've got over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks him down. And that helps the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to skip this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Uchenna providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Atkins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll fire one downfield for Finn, and that will be incomplete.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Slide through. Field, flat. Ready.
Back to throw. Bowman. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Field, check field. Black out.
Looking to throw. Bowman. Going up top. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Albert O, 56 yards.
And the Jets extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Red cycle.
Ball again on second down.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going option play on third down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Drill 52.
They'll give to Hall.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Watch out now, 52. Watch it, 6.
On 3rd down, Bowman escaping the pressure right. Caught, it's Wilson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Hall again. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets,
they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the portal. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building.